Good evening, everybody. This is Brother Eric doing an unofficial Local 308 membership meeting report. Boy, what a meeting it was. Long story short, old boss Dixon got in my face. He wanted to fight me. He got so close, I thought he wanted to kiss me. But let's get started. So we had, at the November 14, 2023 Local 308 membership meeting, we had 5, 6, 7 officers present, and 5, 10, 15 were not present. Our auditor was there, so we had an audit report. Yay! Basically 3 of them. So you get one in the middle of the year and one at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, something like that. So we had all that. Long story short, it's kind of funky. I tried to get some notes. They were watching me real close. They were making sure I obeyed, and I did not. I wanted to read everything. They didn't want me to read everything, but I was able to ask questions. They did not interrupt most of my questions. So let's just get whatever I could get. I had to round it, okay? But in 2021, we had a total of about $743,000 in total cash at one point, according to that audit report. Then in 2022, we had $535,000. When it comes to dues revenue, in 2021, we had about $2 million, if I got that right, 490. And then in 2022, it's about $2,280,000. So we're taking in less. I have the, damn, I don't know what I just wrote here. I had to write really fast because, like I said, they were watching me, making sure I don't report anything to you because they're so secretive. 2022, I have $606,000 versus $626,000. I don't know what that number is. I'm sorry. Might be total mortgage. It looks like we have about $423,000 left, if I understood that correctly. It could have been paid or left. Like I said, I was asking questions. Others were asking questions. I was trying to get everything I can. I'm sorry it's not going to be accurate, okay? Now, here's the most disgusting part, though. This is really, really, really bad, okay? Our president, his salary is now $169,000 a year. This guy, he's a straight-up traitor. I mean, he did nothing. He told the CTA, go ahead, we'll give it to an arbitrator. You can fire all them unvaccinated people. $169,000 we paid Eric, out of order, run him over Dixon. He won't even let me make motions. He don't let nobody, everything's freaking out of order with him. And then when you don't shut up, he'll get in your face and threaten to fight you. I mean, he's a terrible, terrible man. And then that Deborah Lane barking all this nasty stuff. Yeah, you need to do this and you need to do. She talked to us. She talked to Ken. She said something real snotty to Ken. Just her tone with Ken Franklin. I said, you out of order. Don't disparage the members that way. And Dixon's like, you out of order. I mean, you know, Brother Ken, I ain't going to vote for you, brother. But you were treated like crap, brother. And also, I want to thank you, brother Ken, because you seconded one of my motions. And you were like, let the man speak. Just let him speak. I wasn't going to win anyways. I wasn't going to win the votes anyways for the motion. And then all the people say, you disrespectful. Yeah, but y'all don't say the union people are disrespectful, do you? You never do. They say disrespect, but really it's obedience and silence. In fact, one of my fellow workers in the shop told me, you're a disgrace, basically. She said, you're an embarrassment, and you should. I said, why? They don't let me speak. And she said to me, you should just be quiet when they tell you to be quiet. You should sit down when they tell you to sit down. I said, but it's my turn to speak. Let me tell y'all in the shop, put charges on me. Remove me before I even get there. Because I ain't going into this union as an executive board member and going to sit down and be quiet, especially when other members are disrespected and it's my turn to speak, okay? Our second vice president, our first vice president, $163,000. Our second vice president, $163,000. Secretary treasurer, $170,000. That was 2022. 2021, president was $152,000. The first vice president was $138,000. Okay, so the vice presidents and the presidents, they must have done this in an executive board meeting, y'all. I didn't have, there were so many questions I had. I wanted to ask. I forgot to ask. Like, how did that money jump? Who approved these raises? So our president went from $152,000 to $169,000 a year. In 1 year. That's a huge raise. I don't know what the percentage raise that is. Maybe some of y'all can put it in the comments. But that's outrageous. That's outrageous, y'all. It's unacceptable. Secretary Treasurer went from $146,000 to $170,000. Assistant Secretary Treasurer went from $32,000 to $34,000. Equipment maintenance, that's the position I'm going to be in, was $8,000 last year, 2021, and was blank. I didn't even ask about that. I'm so sorry. You know, brothers and sisters, I wish you would go to these meetings. And I wish you would ask hard questions. Because what happens is I end up asking the hard questions. And you know what happens? They silence me. They shut me down. You know I can't be shut down. I speak up. I don't know what y'all want. You think this is some kind of cult? So our equipment maintenance board got nothing? No one was paid anything? I mean, this is outrageous. Track department went from $17,000 to $21,000. I couldn't get the rest of the people. I'm sorry. It's all a secret, y'all. It's all a secret. And they're making tons of money on our backs, sucking our blood. You know? Brother Noel says, I hear by order of myself, give myself a 61% raise. You should say thyself, brother. You got to sound divine. Oh, my God. So I said, well, how many members do we have? Because we've had audit reports where it tells you how many members we have. She wouldn't tell. Dick said, you out of order? I said, no, how many are in good standing? How many are not? I'll take care of that, said the secretary. And I said, okay, could you please answer it? And she went. So, brothers and sisters, we have no idea how many members we got. None. We might have 100 members. Who knows? So we spent $400 on a banquet table for a birthday party for a great fighter, Katie Jordan, in a union person, a union activist or something. So call the union office and get your dinner table, because y'all let them spend $400 on this table. So you should call the union office tomorrow and say you want to have a dinner at that $400 table, okay? Because you spent it. I think me and one other people were the only no votes. Okay, that's what y'all want. And you want to say, well, maybe that Eric Basir, if he wasn't such an embarrassment and we would shut up and be quiet, maybe they wouldn't spend this kind of money. Yeah, okay. Some of y'all are ridiculous. God damn. Sorry to beat up on y'all, but some of y'all want some. How you think this union is? These people violate your rights to speak. I had the floor and they kept interrupting me, man. Why? Because you're disrespectful. Okay, because I snap because I keep getting interrupted? I call them a bunch of MFs and F-bombs? Yeah, that's what I did. Because they kept shutting me down. And y'all don't like that? You say you should be this, then you come and speak. That's what you should do. Because ain't nobody speaking up but me. So you don't like the messenger? Okay. Show them. I know Boss Dixon was about to. He got up in my face. And a dope. I was like, come on, do it. Just do it. Hit me. Idiot. All right, so we approved that spending. So we had a huge list of people who are going to be running our election on the 21st. Huge. I said, well, how come no one in the shop was asked about this? Dixon said, well, the executive board did it. I said, but he never talked to me and the others. Well, you're going to be executive board, so you do it next time. I'm like, okay, I will. You stupid idiot. Oh, my God, I hate these people. What's our bank account? So we took just so much happening. We spent $164,000 and we took in about $260,000. So that's not bad. Grievances, we had 16 in November. 8 went to the arbitrator. So listen, for those of you at grievances, I'm going to say your last name. Slew, Robert, Robbing, Gilmore, Gifford, Collins, Copeland, DeLeon, Hudson. You all got your cases and are going to arbitration. Now, those who didn't, I won't say your names. Some lessons to learn from those cases that didn't go to arbitration. If you have a seniority problem, it's not a grievance, right? So immediately let your board member know, and that has to be brought up as a union in what's called the seniority committee. And they're going to be having a hearing next month or something. So if you got seniority issues, your seniority's out of order, whatever, you got to deal with the union. That's not a CTA grievance issue, okay? Local 308 has to decide on that, okay? We had someone that refused to do some work because they felt it was unsafe, and it was an issue with a courier. Didn't want to return a radio to the control center because they didn't want to take the train. They wanted to use a CTA vehicle. The manager said no. So what? Give the person a freaking vehicle. They got all these white cars. What's the problem? And every time I hear this stuff, I'm like, that's why they run all over us, because we just let them run all over us. It's ridiculous. So they wrote this person up, and that one was rejected. I voted yes on all of y'all's cases, okay? I just do it. Yeah. Hate me. Do you think I care? We had a misses, a lot of misses. CSA got a lot of misses, and they got burned when they took their holiday. Well, not their holiday, but they took a New Year's Eve day. And let me turn off this music. So they took this holiday of their own, basically. And like, I don't want to go to work today. I want a holiday. And that's the thing. If we had full-time jobs for all, and people could have holidays and sick pays and everyone, you'd have less of this crap. You would. I guarantee it. These poverty time jobs are no good. Oh my God. So we have this horrible manager. I call her Manager Hell in the shops, and she's always harassing people. And so someone put a grievance because of a notation on her record. It wasn't going to lead to a add up of points or hits, but it was on there. They're just trying to intimidate. I helped this worker, by the way, do the grievance. I spoke for this co-worker, this sister, car servicer. She wasn't there, and I said, this damn manager. It's the same manager giving us trouble in the shop. And they're like, well, this is not relevant. Okay, whatever. We had a coordinator wrote up a janitor for not removing graffiti. Look, remove your graffiti. Yeah, but I asked, well, when was it? And other people were asking questions about this, and it's like, they removed the graffiti, but then someone else had to follow up and do it. It sounded all messed up. I kind of wish those people were there so we could question them. Had another issue with a 1025 wet for a janitor, and they wrote that person up or procedural, And we're like, okay, did they have it? How many stations did they have to do? How many other 1025s did they have to do? And there was another station, other 1025s. Okay, maybe they missed it. I mean, you see how our stations are used as toilets. We had an issue with a falsification of a COVID test. Watch out. Again, the worker wasn't there, so couldn't really ask them a question. But so we had officer reports. Sister Cassie's reminding the CAs to make sure you call in those personals. Just don't leave, or you're going to get a behavioral violation. You know, and she's just like the rest of the business unionists. You know, follow the rules. Follow the rules. Okay, let's look at why people aren't following the rules. It's because they don't care. Why don't they care? Because management doesn't care. Because these are poverty time jobs. They're crap jobs. So you have crap jobs. People just gonna leave. They're gonna F that, I ain't calling nobody. That's what they're gonna do. You know, so we can be police over the members, but we have to be realistic. If people are miserable, they're not gonna come to work. I mean, you treat your employees right. If working conditions are good, guess what? People are coming to work. Pay and working conditions. Wages and working conditions. That's what our contract is actually called. It's not a contract. It's called Wages and Working Conditions Agreement. Okay. We had a I don't know how I skipped that. Okay, so we had a brother that got fired because he exhausted his FMLA. He had all these absences. Got a very ill parent that he takes care of, you know, and his board member, and you know, I'm going to say her name because she sucks, and she really does. It's Aqua Fisher. I don't know what the hell is her problem, okay, but this poor brother got 6 misses and all that. I went up to him. I said, brother, did she help you write any grievances about these things? Because you keep saying it's your parent. You're helping your parent. You know, did she help you? No, never helped her do a grievance. What the? This person's running for our. She's gonna be in charge of our grievances. Please don't vote for this person. She'll be nice to you. She'll be your friend. Maybe she'll chat with you and crack jokes with you and hug you. That's not a reason to vote for somebody. You know, but go ahead, vote for whatever. But it just makes no sense to me. This poor man. I said, do you have a good record? He said, yeah, I got no safeties. I got no procedurals. I got no behaviorals. Oh, yeah, the CTA did okay. And then I find out that he didn't know about unforeseen circumstances and absence current consideration forms. There's all kinds of stuff that you as a member don't know about. Local 308, Local 241. There are things. You get a flat tire in the road. You know, whatever, sick child, whatever, and you miss work or you're late. There's ways of dealing with that through management channels that the union people, some of them know, some of them don't. So Sister Penny mentioned this stuff to us, and she says, we got to know this stuff and share this. So I plan to write about this on my blog, by the way. So, and I know you're like, oh, you're terrible. You don't respect anybody. You know what, brothers and sisters? I respect the truth, and I respect the membership, and I fight for the membership. When I'm in that union meeting, I'm defending the members. I ain't defending the union people. They all defend each other. I defend the members, okay? And we got to share this information. We got we have Jerry Williams, Retiree Healthcare Trust lawsuit win, so they can talk about it. Ask any questions you want about it. It looks like $80 million settlement is going to be shared with 2,600 retirees. Boss Dixon, run him over, or out of order, run him over. He said he's going to have the floor redone. Looks like it's going to be epoxied in the gym, in the garage. You know, I'm sitting in my garage, by the way. It's cold and not too dingy, but you know, it's like they love to put us in the garage. We can't be in the office. I don't know. They treat us like crap in the union. They sit in comfortable chairs. We sit in terrible hard chairs. And then that's going to be about $6,000 for the floor. And he wants to put HVAC in the in the garage, so it'll be cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And Ken Franklin said, "Hey man, there's already a heater up there. What do you need heat for?" And he said, well, I'm going to be shopping around different estimates. That's what Dixon's saying. He don't know what he's doing. I asked about the contract books. He blew that off. Basically said, "Yo, you'll have to deal with that next year." He's such a dope. Whatever. Delay. So what about the contract proposal meeting? Oh, sounds like rain or hail. Contract proposal priority meeting. So Dixon deferred to Weems, and Weems says we can probably start doing that in December or January. Brother Martin had a whole bunch of great questions. Good job, Brother Martin. I know poor Brother Martin, I gave him a hard time. He was like, "Brother Eric," he's like holding me back the whole time as I'm standing up. He's like, "Sit down, it's okay. Just do it for me, Eric. Just be quiet." I love you, Brother Martin. But I ain't gonna be quiet. No, when it's my turn to speak, I'm speaking. And when it's another member's turn to speak, I'm gonna make sure they speak. I don't like when any members are interrupted by these jerk-off union bosses. I don't like it at all. And I don't like when they talk bad to us. You know, and when, like I said, when that Deb Lame was talking snotty to Ken Franklin, I called her out. I said, "No, don't disparage the members. You can't talk to him in that tone." You know, she's a terrible, wicked woman. Wicked, awful. And they said, what's his name? LeBron. Hermano LeBron said to me, he said, if I had a wife and you talked to her like that, I'd do this. And he poked me in my chest with his finger. He poked me. I said, "So I don't have a right to speak, brother? When it's my turn, you don't have to respect me. I have to respect them." He said, "Nah, yeah, you don't deserve it because you don't know how to talk." Oh. So I don't deserve to speak because I don't know how to speak, because I don't speak like you want me to speak. Yeah. Okay. So, class action grievance. We have a class action grievance for regarding the unfrozen operators. So those train operators, and you haven't got your second qual, you know, if it's been 4 or 5 years, 10,000 years, there's a class action grievance. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you will get something, or should get something maybe. But you know, it sounded like a lot of hemming and hawing to me. It's the kind of thing that the CTA is holding off on because they're not intimidated by us. They're not afraid of us as a union. Because they know we're just going to do grievances, right? We'll just do whatever the hell they want. Hopefully they'll forget about it. And that's how they treat us, you know, because we don't fight like a real union. And when motions are brought up to fight and for strike authorization and whatnot, they destroy and shut this down. Everything's out of order, you know, because they don't want to fight. They want to kiss butt. And then they said something, you know, people don't want to work, and then they're in there rocking hard. Look, man, the working conditions suck. We need 2-person crews on these trains. Opto has failed. You know what I'm saying? That's what we say in the Justice Coalition. Opto has failed. We need full-time jobs for all. 2-person crews, brick and mortar bathrooms, the essentials of safe work at the CTA, right? You know, so we're not fighting for those fundamental, essential aspects of good working conditions. It's going to fall apart, and people aren't going to come to work because it sucks. It sucks. The working conditions are bad. Regarding the PIC and the supplemental schedules for you operators, you know, Sister Penny and them would say, look, I'm always telling them, look, you make us, we pick, and then you give us a supplemental schedule. We didn't pick that. So you're going to make us pick one schedule or supplemental. But the problem, brothers and sisters, is there's no power behind the demands. There's no action behind the demands. And because some of y'all don't like me and my voice and the way I speak, you say, well, we can't fight because the way you talk. Well, Look, that's okay. Then you do it. But you got to come to your union meeting and you got to motion for these kinds of actions to back the demands that you want. If you want to have one schedule, not get these supplemental schedules and it's all over the place, you got to fight like a real union. You got to organize like a real union. Not just send the union person in a secret meeting. Okay? It's not going to work. We'll vote for Penny. I'm voting for Penny. But we can keep sending Penny. And she, hey, guys, you got to treat us right. You got to give us a schedule. The supplemental schedule. No. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. Stupid union people. They don't give a damn. You know why? Because we're not fighting like a real union. Okay. Education. Brother Martin had some great points. Education. We need to share all these side agreements with all the members. I was like, I got a motion for this. And then Dixon says, oh, give me a call. Let's talk about it. Let me see what you got. Brother Martin, ain't nothing going to happen. Brother Martin, we got a motion. I don't want you spending your money. Look, they spend $400 on a freaking table. We could take that $400 and print up all the side agreements so all the members can have them at every terminal. Wouldn't that be great? But that's what we got to do, my brother. Because the union people, they just going to BS you. They just going, yeah, okay, I'll get back to me later. So regarding the arbitrations, nobody got who we had to vote on. Nobody won. That brother that got fired, it was a close call. Unfortunately, he didn't get it. That's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. And when I read my motions, he wouldn't even let me read it. So I just kept reading. I just kept reading and kept reading. And then he gave it to Cassie, and Cassie started reading, and she did her thing, and I did my thing. Man, fuck that. I am so sick of her. All she does is speak. Sorry, my language. But all she does is do what they do. That's all she does. She doesn't stand up for what's right. She obeys the presidents. We don't need union officers to represent us to obey the presidents when they're wrong. And Dixon is wrong. When it's my turn to speak, let me speak. You don't like it? Fine. Then it seconded, and guess what? There won't be a vote for it. And then I sit down. It's over. It's simple. So don't come to me. I don't want to hear, y'all can come to me and say, yeah, we don't like the way you did it. You're disrespectful. This, man, screw you. Because you don't say that to them. You only say that to me. You don't say that to them. They can be disrespectful to me and everybody else. Y'all are quiet. Just sit down. Be quiet, Eric. Sit down. No. What's wrong with you people? These people are destroying our union. Selling us out. And then you don't like, because I look funny, I might be a white man. I mean, what the hell's your problem? Take charge of your union. That's it, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.